up in Greensboro? Stay tuned to find out how.
TCT presents Public Report, a look at the issues and events of importance to our viewing area. Now, here's your host.
Welcome to Public Report. I'm Sheila Pulliam. We have with us today Miss Ingrid Bullock, and she is with Step Up Greensboro. Ingrid, welcome to Public Report.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. Now, Ingrid, if you could tell us what Step Up is Greensboro.
Step Up Greensboro is a nonprofit workforce development organization, and we help people in need of a second chance to achieve stability through workforce training and life skills training.
Okay, so now how do they qualify for your program?
We work with adults aged 21 to 55 who are free from substance abuse and have no pending charges. And we help them to find employment through the training that we provide.
So how do they find out about your program?
Generally, it's word of mouth. This would be one of the first times that we're doing a lot of marketing or reaching out to let people know about Step Up. But our program participants are so moved by their experience that they tell a friend, they tell a neighbor, they tell a relative. We also pass out flyers at places like the library, the depot, and that's how people find us.
Okay, so now, if you could take us through the process of the program. So when someone sees the information and they say, you know what, I can benefit from this, how do they get started?
They would generally give us a phone call or some stop by the office and just express an interest in wanting to make a change in their lives. They've been unemployed for some time, they've had some challenges, and they just feel like it's time to get moving in a different direction. Once they have been pre-screened to make sure that they meet the qualifications, the age requirements, and be free from substance abuse, etc., then they are enrolled in the program, which takes place the first full week of each month. They then show up on that Monday, and from that point forward, we have them in what would appear to be a work environment. They have to be there on time, they have to be engaged, they have to be committed, and at the end of the week, it's a 36-hour training. At the end of that week, we determine whether we feel that they are ready and willing to be employed. Okay. And at that point, we partner with them.
Very good. So now, to determine that, when the person goes through the orientation, there are certain qualifications and skills that you're looking for. Is that correct?
It is. We have, I think it's a 25-point scale that we're rating people on in areas that deal with their attentiveness, their preparation for the workforce in terms of being computer literate or having the ability to follow instructions, to work with the group that they're in, being engaged and communicative. Do they have a support system in place that's going to help them make this transition? Because the job is just the first step in stepping up. Okay.
So what's the full scope then of the program?
Once you've completed the job readiness training and we've determined that you're ready and willing to work, we partner with you. Once you're a partner, we're looking at an 18-month process where you can be engaged with Step Up.
Okay.
So we have what we call our bridge programs. We offer you an opportunity if you don't have your high school diploma. You can take a GED course. You can take the computer readiness training that I mentioned. We have career certification courses that you can take. All of this is to help you be more marketable. And those courses are taught with instructors from Guilford Technical Community College right there on our office space.
Okay.
And so while you're looking for a job, you're gaining skills to be more marketable. And once you have been employed for 90 days and you're working a minimum of 30 hours a week, you're eligible for our life skills program. And our life skills program is a 48-week program. And if you are invited to participate in life skills and you have children, your children are required to participate as well. What we focus on in life skills are personal development,
yes,
financial literacy, healthy relationships, and planning for the future.
Fantastic. You offer a very broad scope. And the time frame, so someone coming into the program, 18 months plus an additional 48 months, am I correct? Am I understanding that correctly?
It's 18 months, it's 48 weeks. So that's a part of the 18 months, the initial training, the bridge programs, and into life skills. If they complete that whole process, it's about 18 months.
Okay, so when someone comes through the program and they have completed all of the time frame, the requirements for the program, what can they expect?
What they can expect primarily from Step Up is someone who's going to walk alongside them as they move from wherever they are to stability. So when we help you find employment, what we do is make sure that once you're on the site, if you're having any issues, that we work with you and the employer to make sure that you're able to resolve those issues and have a positive work experience.
All right, so now you've partnered, obviously, with the community.
Yes.
Can you share your experiences with the community partners?
That's really an awesome experience for us. We can't do everything. We don't specialize in housing, we don't specialize in mental health, so we partner with organizations in the community so that as a part of the relationship our participants have with us, we're able to refer them to the appropriate resource. We also have employer partners who hire the people that we train and are more apt to hire them because they know the rigors of the Step Up program and that it is a relationship that will continue beyond just placing the person in that opportunity. And our greatest partnership is with churches. The churches in the area support us by providing hot meals for the training programs. So we have a continental breakfast and a warm lunch every day of the training, and those meals are provided at no cost to us because churches prepare them, bring them to us, and serve the meals to the participants. It's a way for them to get connected beyond just dropping off food.
Absolutely, but also it encourages concentration because it's hard to concentrate if you have an empty stomach.
Absolutely.
And breakfast has already been identified as one of the most important meals of the day. So now they come in the morning. Mm-hmm. We look at the program, and we come in the morning, and they have their meal, their breakfast, and then they have classes.
Right. The meal is an opportunity for our staff to sit down and just interact with the participants. And it's just sort of an informal get settled in. We then set the tone for the day, and it is a fast, hectic pace.
Okay. Because
the idea is to make sure that they understand that going to work is something that's going to require them to concentrate and focus for extended periods of time.
Yes, yes. And also there's fellowship as well, and that's very important.
Yes, the fellowship, again, the relationships are a key component of what we do at Step Up. We're located in a house. Mm-hmm. And for many of the participants, it's the first home that they've been in a long time. We start our day with devotion, mm-hmm. and throughout the course of the day, we just spend time with each other, getting to know each other better, and there's a family bond that's formed over the course of the week as people are telling about the challenges they've had in their lives, oftentimes for the first time in years, or they've never shared with anyone before. So they go from being complete strangers on Monday to being family members and relying on each other by Friday, encouraging each other to come back tomorrow, come back tomorrow.
Oh, it's very encouraging.
It is.
To be able to have someone that can identify with what you're going through.
Absolutely.
So now, with your program, Step Up Greensboro, I know we've talked about the hot meals that you provide, the training that you provide, but something I am also curious about as part of the training is you identify the children of the participants. Can you give us more information about that?
One of the things that we've discovered is that employment is just one part of the whole picture. And oftentimes our participants have made life choices that have caused them to be in situations that they regret. So what we've discovered is that it's important to engage the entire family. And for our life skills curriculum, we have a 48-week curriculum for the children that parallels what the parents are doing. They're all learning the same things at the same time. So when mom or dad says, no, we can't get this right now, the children understand from the financial literacy component that we have to have a budget and we have to follow a budget. What we're doing is helping to break a cycle of poverty and creating an opportunity for children to make choices that are different than the ones that their parents may have made and gotten them into the situations that they're in.
That is awesome. Now, the children in the program, there are different ages, is that right?
Yes. We start at age 4 and go to age 16.
Okay, as a participants. Awesome.
Right, for the children's program, correct.
Yeah.
So if you are a life skills participant and you have children, your children have to participate in their program as
It is
well.
a requirement.
Yes.
Okay. So what other services does Step Up Greensboro offer?
We started through Hot Dish and Hope, which is a feeding program that takes place on Tuesday and Thursday out of First Presbyterian Church.
Yes.
And our founder, Sharon Sumner, realized that she needed to do more than give a man a fish. And so she went in search of something that was going to make it possible for them to feed themselves. And that was the creation of Step Up for us. We have a model that we're following out of Raleigh, North Carolina, that's Step Up Ministry. And that's how Step Up came to be. And recently, I would say in October of last year, we have launched a clothing store. And it's a gently used professional attire for men and women. And it's called Encore. And it's located in the Golden Gate Shopping Center. And Encore is a source of revenue for us, but more than that, it's a place where people can connect to Step Up. We, on Tuesdays, take our participants over to Encore so that they can be attired for their mock interviews, which take place on Friday.
Awesome.
So they have on their brand new suits and dresses. They look wonderful. They feel wonderful. And they're able to have better interview activities as a part of the program. And in some instances, we've had professionals who come in from outside, our volunteers, that interview and have hired participants on the spot or made referrals so that they're employed right away.
Fantastic, fantastic. Now, Ingrid, if you could take a moment, could you share a success story? I know you've seen many, but can you think of one success story that you would like to share with us today?
One that comes to mind is a young man who is a single father of 4. And he had a background, been in and out of jail, and involved in substance abuse, and just determined that he needed to do something different. He had a friend who told him about Step Up, and he came and took the course, and as a result, became employed. And so he's one of our great success stories today. He and his family are doing incredibly well.
Fantastic. Awesome. So if someone wants to find out about the program Step Up Greensboro, how can they contact you?
Well, we have a website. It's stepupgreensboro.org, or they can call us on our phone number is 336-676-5871. And just indicate that you want to volunteer, you want to participate, you want to be in the program. We'd gladly receive you.
But I'm sure, and that information has been on the screen for our viewers, but I'm sure that you utilize a lot of volunteers, and that's something that you need as well. So are they required to have any type of specialized training?
We, if you're going to be facilitating a workshop, we'd ask that you have experience in that particular topic. If you just want to love on people, just show up. We have plenty for you to do.
I'm sure, because the volunteers are the backbone of the program.
They absolutely are. We're a very small staff, and most of what we do is done through the assistance of volunteers that come and just provide whatever assistance they can.
And the volunteers as well will be able to contact you at the same number.
Yes.
And you are the main contact person.
Yes.
All right. Ingrid Bullock of Step Up Greensboro, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for being with us. And we will be right back.